other HBCUs?
First of all, happy International Women's Day to all. What's up? Look at me representing all of us up here. So, I think we operate at a really important intersection, that intersection of race and gender. And so when we think about preparing our students, we really think about what do you need to be ready for as a Black woman when you leave this space. And sometimes we're great at it, and sometimes I think we still have things to learn. Because it's hard. It's really hard to figure out all the things and try to anticipate and prep students for. But one of the things that our students and our alums say over and over again is that they just have this unbelievable sense of confidence. Because they're like, well, yeah, we run everything. Like, we thought just everywhere all the Black women led everything, because that's how it is on our campus. All the clubs, all the organizations, all of those leadership roles are held by Black women or women of color. We also have a number of Hispanic students. And so when we think about that kind of level of confidence, that's critical. Again, back to ROI, how do you calculate that so that when a student goes to graduate school or she gets her first job or as an alum, she knows she belongs in that seat. And the other thing that we do two other things I think are specific to preparing women. One is that I often say we don't talk about being resilient, because everybody talks about being resilient, and resilience means coming back to status quo. What I think we need to talk about is being anti-fragile. And anti-fragile means you get knocked over, but you get back up and you're stronger. It doesn't mean you didn't get bruised. It doesn't mean it wasn't hard, but you're stronger for that next time. That is essential for Black women in the world of work and in leadership positions. I think that's really important. The other thing that we do that I think is critical is, it drives everybody crazy, but we often don't give students a lot of prep time. Like if somebody like Mark shows up, or when you come to campus, we don't really give them like a lot of prep time. We just say, hey, we got a visitor. I need you to come over here and show up and talk. Why is that important? Because they have to learn that skill of like, oh my gosh, I have to think on my feet, I have to be ready, I can't be fully overly prepared. That skill is essential, and it's essential especially for us as Black women, because you don't know when you're going to be asked to show up in a leadership room and just people are asking you questions without being fully prepared. That kind of improvisation skill is really important. The students hate it the first 17 times I do that to them, but then they'll say, what? They call me Prez. Well, Prez is always just going to ask us at the last minute. And they kind of get used to it. And then they're like, oh, no, she's just going to ask at the last minute, but we're ready. Those things are understanding what it means to show up in a room and to be seen as a leader in that space. Those are the things. That's like the second curriculum. At HBCUs, we talk about a second curriculum. Maybe we have a third curriculum,